Hello everyone. In this session, we will learn checkbox and radio button. But before starting a checkbox and radio button, we will talk about test-based class. A test base is designed to serve as a base class for other test classes in an automation framework. So it's gonna provide us a setup and tear down methods just for preparing your WebDriver or any other preconditions you need in your test. And at the end, you will close the browser or end any session you like at the end of your test. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a test-based class. And in this test-based class, we will create setup and tear down methods. Okay, first, let us create a test-based class. Okay, and this test-based class, it is going to be under utilities package. Create a package under this Java, new package. Name it utilities. Under these utilities, I will create a new Java class that is gonna be test base. Let us name it test base. Okay. In this test base, we will have the before method. This before method will work before each test methods. It will be public and void. I will name it setup. This is going to create, a new WebDriver. Before starting the test, we will create a WebDriver and maximize it. Manage, window, maximize. We can also add some implicit weight. Driver, manage, timeout, implicit weight. I will put 10 seconds wait. This means it is going to wait up to 10 seconds until the web element is displayed or visible or loaded in the page. Okay, so we will have one more. It is going to be after method. I will name it tear down to close the driver I opened here. You cannot use this driver directly here. Why? Because this driver is a local variable here. Because I declared this WebDriver object between these two curly braces. It means it is going to be a local variable. I will put this here in this class that is gonna be instance variable. Okay, so you can also make it private for encapsulation. That means you cannot get the driver directly outside of this class. I will use this driver object inside these methods. All right, so I will not declare it one more time. I will just assign. You see here, the color will change. If you see it colored, that means it is gonna be the variable I am using it outside of this. This will be private and I will not declare it one more time. I will just assign this, okay? Create this driver. This will be null here and assign it in setup method. If this setup method works, it is gonna create a new Chrome driver, assign it to WebDriver object. Then I will maximize and put 10 seconds wait, the implicit wait. At the end, I will quit or close. But before closing it, I want to put 3 seconds wait to see the flow here. Okay, that's it. So this is our test-based class. So how do we use this? I will extend to this test base from these test classes. Then When I run the test, first this before method will run, then test method will run, then at the end after method will run. All right, that's it. So you don't need to copy and paste these two anymore. All right, you don't need to copy and paste these two methods anymore. I will use them directly from this class. Okay, this is the test base. Okay, now let us continue. Let us continue with checkbox and radio button. By using the test-based class, you avoid duplicating setup and teardown code in each individual test, ensuring consistency and reducing maintenance. All right, let's continue now. Okay, now we just here, you can make it private or protected, or with setup and teardown, we are going to do this. Let's continue with checkbox. A checkbox is an HTML input element that allows users to select one or more, okay, one or more options from the list, a list by clicking a small square box. It will be checked, which can be either checked or unchecked. Okay, what do we do? First we will locate that checkbox input, then we will click or not. In checkbox, in web elements, we have isSelected method. If it is selected, it will return us true. If it is checked, it will going to return true. It means if it is not selected, this means that one. If it is not selected, click on it. Okay. If it is not selected, we are going to click on it. Let's do it. Let's go to this application first. Okay, I want to check both of them. What I am going to do, click. If it is not click on it. If it is not click, it is clicked, then we will not click this one. I want to make sure both of them are clicked. Okay, first let's go to this page. I will go to IntelliJ, create class 12, name it a checkbox. Name it checkbox. So now, from now on, we are going to use the test-based class. Okay, first I will create test method. This will be checkbox test. Checkbox test. You cannot use the driver directly from that class. What you should do, you need to extend to that test base. Okay. Still, you cannot use it. You will see it. Driver has private access in this class. Okay. I made it private, but I cannot use it outside of this class. But I can use the methods. No, I don't want to use method. I just want to use this driver. So I will make this protected. To make it private means you cannot use driver directly. All right, now, as you see, now I can use it, driver. Dot, I will go to this application. Yes. So when I run this, it is going to use the driver inside this test base. Since I extended, that means this is going to be the child class of this test base. Again, we will behave just like a test base. That means the before method will work before test, after method will work after test. Let's try. When I run this, I will go to this checkbox and close it 3 seconds later. Yes, we are here. 1, 2, 3, close. Yes, it's closed. It is working. In test base, over here, we have this protected. We will use it from child class. If it is protected, we can use it. You see here, before and after is working. Okay, over here, we do not use anything. Directly, we extend the test base, so we can use this driver. All right, I am here. What I am gonna do, I will click on this. How do I click on this? First, I will inspect to this square box. We have here this form ID checkbox. We have this input type checkbox. All right. How can we locate these individual inputs? We have this input type checkbox, or with checkbox 1 we can locate it. All right. It has this text, but this text will locate only the text. If you want to locate this form, it has, this ID. It is going to locate the checkbox, but with this input, this form will be located with this ID, and under that ID we have this input, the individual one. Okay, what I am gonna do, I will locate it here. As you see, with form input 1, form input 2, you can use this XPath. Okay, let us type it. How can I locate this here, this checkbox? I will find this checkbox. I am going to type this XPath. Tag name is input. Attribute name is type. And attribute value is checkbox. I'm going to locate it with these two. I will locate these two checkboxes with this XPath. If I use indexes, put them between parentheses and with square bracket, I will get the first one. All right, with this XPath, that means give me first one. If I put here 2, give me second one. All right, first and second. I will locate it with these IDs. Okay, what I am gonna do now, over here, first driver find element by XPath. This is gonna be checkbox 1. Web element, the checkbox 1. This will be checkbox 1. All right. Now I want to click on that checkbox 1 if it is not clicked, if it is not selected. I will say if the checkbox 1 is selected. You see here, selected. If it is selected, it will return true. So I want it to be not selected. This means not. Okay. This will return true if it is selected. It will make it false. If it is selected, then it is not going to be clicked. Checkbox 1, click I will use. If it is not selected, that means it will return false. So this will make it true. If it is true, this will be clicked. If it is not clicked, I will click on it. Okay, let's see. The first one will be selected. Okay, as you see, checkbox 1 is selected. All right. Let's put a wait just before clicking on it. I will put 3 seconds wait. You will see if it is clicked. Yes, it is clicked. Because it is not selected yet, and I will click on it. What if I click on the second one? Okay, I will locate the second checkbox. It will be checkbox 2 and checkbox 2. If I click on this checkbox 2 directly, it will be unclicked, right? Let us see. One, two, three. It will click on the first one and unclick second one. Why? Because I didn't put any condition. If it is not selected, then click on it, I will say. If the checkbox 2, if it is selected, click. No, if it is not selected, then click on it. Okay, this one. If it is not selected, click on it. Let's see now. I will put 1 second wait after this click, then you will see it's not going to be clicked. If I do not put the condition, it will be clicked without any condition. Okay, it is not clicked now because it is already clicked. Okay, if I delete this condition, without any condition, it is going to be clicked. So it means it's going to be unselected. Click checkbox 1, then second one. As you see, it is unselected. But I want them to be selected both. What I am going to do, I will put this condition, then both of them will be clicked. That means second one will not be clicked. It will be selected. I will not click the second one. Okay. As you see, both of them are selected. That's it. If the checkbox is not already selected, use click method to here. I am going to use this one. All right. Okay, let us verify both of them are selected. What I am going to do, I will use assert true. I will use assert true. The checkbox, if it is selected and checkbox 2 is selected, all right? Both of them will be selected. I will run this. Both of them will be selected. If both of them are selected, then test will pass. It will return true. Yes, it passed. If I do not put this condition, it's going to be clicked. So checkbox 2 will not be selected. Now test will fail because both of them are not selected. Checkbox 1 will be selected. So checkbox 2 will not be selected, then test will fail. Okay, it failed because second one is not selected. It will return false. If it is false, this will be false. If it is false, assert true will fail. This is checkbox. We have also radio button. A radio button is a type of input element in a form that allows user to select only one option from a group of choice. That means you will have these options. You can select only one if they are all grouped. Okay, let's see this one. Over here, we have these radio buttons. Okay, I can select only just once. So, because they are all grouped, if you inspect and see them with the name means they are grouped. If I make this one, for example, 1, the second one also here, group 1, I will say. These first 3 will be group 1. As you see, I cannot select 2 of them in this group, but in the second group, I can select 1 more because they are all grouped. If I do not group them, I can select only 1. As you see, I cannot select other because they are all grouped. Okay, so I want to select this one, radio with name or radio with ID. This one will be selected. You cannot select others. Its ID is radio ID. I will locate this input. This is going to be radio with ID radio button. I will click on it and I will verify if it is clicked. Okay. Let us create one more Java class, class 13 radio button. Class 13 radio button. I will extend to test space now. Test space. All right. And I will create a test method. Radio button test. Radio button test. Okay. Go to the application. I can directly get the driver. Get. Okay. What is the application? Is here. I will copy this. This is the URL. All right. Then I will find the element by ID, right? It has the ID. This is the radio button with ID. ID is radio ID. I will copy that web elements ID. All right, radio ID button, web element, radio ID. Okay, I will click on it. Radio, click. All right, if it is clicked, test will pass. As you see, radio ID is clicked. It clicks directly. If you want to see the flow, I want to put some weight. This weight is just for our eyes to see the actions. Okay, it is just for eyes. We will not use thread.slip in real work environment. 1, 2, 3, click. Okay, it's working. If that one is clicked, test will pass. Okay, test means doing assertions. You need to do assertion. You can use directly this assert. This is the Java assertion. If you put over here, for example, the radio ID is selected. If this returns true, test will pass. Assert means this is the Java assertion. You can also use Java assertion. If this radio ID is clicked, test will pass. You see test pass. If it is not clicked, for example, if I put over here not, it will return false. Assertion will fail. This is not the JUnit assertion, it is Java assertion. As you see, assertion error, we have, this is the Java assertion. Java assertion. You cannot click more radio buttons. You can only click one between these groups. All right, for example, I will first select this one with ID. With the name, I want to hear this one. Okay, the value, or you can use any others. You can click others as well. And for example, I want to select this one right after this. So you can use their classes, to locate them, or you can use their values. If you want to use directly the text, you can use this one as well. How? Double click on it, Control F. Okay, you got the text. All right. If you want to locate the element with text, you can use this asterisk. That means any attribute, because we will not use the attribute. We will just use the text. This is the text for this radio. Okay. And let me check its text. Its text is radio with class. It has some spaces. There might be some issues with spaces. This will be an input. You can use the tag as well. You can locate them with their by typing any expat. For example, the one with this value knob, for example. Okay, I am going to, for example, I will type here. I will type an expat for this. For example, the input. This is the tag name, input. The attribute is the value. The attribute will be value. The attribute value will be knob. Okay, you can locate it with this expat. So with this expat, I am going to locate it. All right, and I will click on this radio with class. Right after this, it will be clicked, and I will locate one more. Find element by expat. Web element radio with class. It was radio with class. Then the radio with class will be clicked. After this click, this shouldn't be selected. All right, it shouldn't be selected. Okay, it is so fast, you know. We can put some weight to see the flow. Before this click, I want to put 3 seconds wait. You will see all the clicks. First, we will click radio with ID. Then we will click on radio with class. Then we will assert the radio with ID is not selected and this one is selected. What I am going to do, this is not going to be selected first. Let us put, okay, it is not selected, I will say. Okay. One more assertion, the radio with ID, radio with class is selected. Okay. That's it. Now, test will pass. This is not selected, this is selected. All right, radio with class is selected, radio with ID is not selected. This is radio button.